Hello, I will be logging in to our app which is mailtrail.ai with this email mailtrailtesting@gmail.com. So I'll just go here and log in. Here I'll click continue with Google and I am already an existing customer or a user. So I'll click to my email ID and here you can see this screen comes where it is showing that it's not verified app. I'll go to unsafe ones and here it is asking me do I want to grant the permission for viewing my uh, messages or emails. I'll allow this and send on behalf scope. uh, so we have changed our scope to more granular ones which is send on behalf and read only in place of modify. And here it is showing me the part where the three scopes are being used. One is personal info, second is read only, and the third is send. So I'll allow this. Uh, I will log out once more because I wanted to show the client ID on the URL. So I'll just go back again and log in because that time it was not showing. Yeah, it was showing just now. Again, I'll go. Let's do this again because the client ID is not showing. It's showing over here when I'm coming in. It's showing here for like a second. Then yeah, it's over here. Client ID. So yes, this was also one point. So here is the client ID in the URL. Again, I'm logging in. Sorry for the again and again logging in. And I'll go to the unsafe ones. Allow it. I guess we are all set now. Okay, so now we will use this product and I want to show you how we are using the scope, like of the full information, how the we are using send on behalf and how it is going, and also how we are using read only to first to stop the sequences and second to also extract date and timings so that we can give reminders to the user. Okay, so here in sequence part you can see I have two published sequences. So this part is just like from the product. So now I will show how it is actually used. I'll just reload this page so that the extension will come here. Okay, now I will compose a mail and send to my personal email ID. I will send two emails with the subject line as read only scope testing and one more is send on behalf testing. So I'll send to my personal email ID. Read. I'll type the some test mail, just short one. And now I will just add any of the sequence here. But let me see which one is like with multiple. I think I'll add this one because this has multiple follow-up sequence. Yes, I'll add this one, right? Now this is the read-only testing and which will go to this email ID. And this is attached to this thing. And here we can figure out by BCC email, we add this to keep a track that this is getting attached to it. And we will send the follow-up emails which are in this sequence to this email ID. And the user doesn't have to write after this. This is the only time the user will write a email. Now I will click send as usual, normal sending method. Now it's sent. Okay. Next is again I will send one more email which is again to my personal email ID and I will write send on behalf test. Right? This one also, hey, this test, thanks. Plus AI, I'll write like that. Here I'll again use this one and I'll send this. So now we have to wait for some time, as we will request our tech team to uh, start Chrome so that I can get the follow-ups right now in my personal email ID. Here you can see I have got the primary email which I just sent now. I've got this, but I've not got my last one. So yeah, this will now we have to pause the video and we will again resume the video when we get the replies or the follow-ups from on behalf of product, which is mailtrail.ai. Okay, so I'm resuming my video. Here we have decreased the time from backend to get the replies fast. So here you can see I have got the replies over here already, but generally in normal scenario, the replies or the follow-ups which will go on behalf of our product will go next day or the day they have set up over here. Uh, the time which is completely configurable. That time only the emails will follow-ups will go to the user or to the recipient, right? So here I have got this. I have sent these two mails and I have got two follow-ups also. So first is send on behalf test, which is we are using the scope as to send on behalf. We are sending a email or follow-up or a sequence on behalf of the user, the real user. This is the real user where they wrote this email by themselves. But here, the product, our product, mailtrail.ai, is sending this reply on behalf of this user. So here, this is the explanation of the scope we are using. Now here, for the extraction of time and date, that explanation I will reply from my personal email ID to the mail trail to the sender. So I'll just write, hi, I will call you tomorrow at let's say 11 a.m. So now for this we have to wait, as the reminders will come tomorrow morning only. So we have to wait till tomorrow. That time I will again resume the video. But for now I'm just sending this so that I can get the reminders tomorrow, and there I will show you how the date and time is getting extracted from a mail. So I'll just send this one now, right? This is done. Now the read only is that we are using read only also for first is that one key email, and uh, from email we are extracting date and time. And here read only is also used that if suppose I am replying, just now I replied to one mail, right? If I am replying to that mail, automatically the sequence will stop because they have already replied. Then it will make no sense if I send continuous 4 5 follow-ups on that also. So for that, this is the basic functionality. If anyone replies anything in the mail thread, this mail thread, so that mail will stop. So for that reason we are using read only functionality also. So this was the explanation. Here also I can reply and the sequence will automatically stop. So I'm just keeping this as like this for now. And as I have replied here, so this will serve the both purpose. First is the status in product. The status we will show that it is inactive. One sequence is inactive, will show like that. Here it is, see, it is showing the read only testing and send on behalf this mail. One follow up has gone at this time, next follow up this time, like that it is showing. Now as I have replied on this one, this should go here. So this will get updated after some time, but that's the basic explanation that why we are using these two scopes. So yeah, I will resume the video again tomorrow to show you guys the extraction of a date and time, and we are using that to give a user a reminder that at this time this person has told that they will call you. Just a reminder which will come as a mail also, and which will come as a in that will get saved in a calendar also. So yeah. Okay, I'm resuming my video again. Here, yesterday we saw that this sender replied to the actually the receiver replied to the sender that hi, I will call you tomorrow at this time. So tomorrow, as in it is 17th today. So this will also save a this will save a notification in the uh, receivers, this persons who had initiated mail thread or follow-up thread. It will save a event in his or her calendar with the same timing, 11 a.m. Mailtrail.ai reminder, and here it will be mentioned the subject line. What was it? Send on behalf text plus AI. That was the subject. From email ID, this was the sender, right, for this one. So yeah, this is the primary reason why we are using this date and time. We particularly extract all the potential date or time or from any of the reply thread. If that reply should be in this follow-up thread only, and we extract that potential time or date, and we save a reminder for the user to remind them that yeah, this person told you to that they will call you or take a payment for you on this day that time. So likewise, we will save a event in the calendar. So yeah, that's why we are extracting the date and time. And now we will be merging the three of the videos, that after and before resuming videos, so that you can clearly and very efficiently go through the all the functionalities from end to end, that how we are using all the granular scope.